I hate the phrase, not too sweet.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
America, I know you. I see you. You love sugar. We all love sugar. Sweetness. Oh, it's the nectar of the gods. That delicious dripping honey, that oozing maple syrup, that sweet, sweet high-fructose corn syrup. I love it just as much as you love it. And it's in everything. We love everything to be sweet. We add it to our bread. We add it to our yogurt. And I don't just mean we. I mean, our corporate overlords do that for us. They make everything so sweet because we love sweetness. But some of us want to shy away from that. Some of us don't want to own up to loving sweet. So we say, oh, it's not too sweet, is it? I hear this phrase all the time in the service industry. Somebody ordering a cocktail at a bar, they'll be like, it's not too sweet, is it? Oh, your specialty cocktail, the honey drip sugar overload? Now, that's not too sweet, is it? As a bartender, you just say, oh, no, of course not. It's just right. And you'll make up the sugar overload, and they'll be like, oh, good, perfect. It's not too sweet. Yes, it is. It is all sugar. Is this dessert too sweet? It can be a bowl of caramel sauce. Now, that's not too sweet. Is it the bowl of caramel sauce? Now, I know what this phrase means. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say you want it sweet. That's what you're saying. That's what the phrase means. That means I want it sweet. But out loud, I want to express the idea into the ether that I am health conscious, that I want sugar. But I want the world around me to hear that I am health conscious. You're ordering the triple lava cake, okay? Are you trying to fool the people around you or yourself? As if the folks at table over are going to be like, oh, look at them. They're so health conscious. Oh, they can have the sweet tooth and be health conscious. Oh, they can have it all. I wish I was them. I wish I had the bravery. But it is sweet. What you're asking for is sweetness. Because if you wanted a dessert that wasn't too sweet, you'd order a cheese plate with a little raspberry compote. But when you say not too sweet, you're not asking for a rye bread. No, you're asking for sugar. And if you want that sugar, honey, I got some sugar. But what I hate is not too sweet. And that's the grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat?
Welcome back, Veronique.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We took
We've
a week
been gone.
off.
Yeah, last week we were gone.
We did. We went to South Carolina.
We went to South Carolina.
Yeah. We went below the Mason-Dixon line.
We went below the Mason-Dixon line even.
Yeah. Do you think that matters anymore?
The Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's where the accent changes.
It does.
It's a very definitive line on the map.
Yes.
We were in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Did you have a nice time in South Carolina?
I had a fantastic time.
Oh, good. It was cold down there.
It was very cold.
I did not expect that.
I wasn't expecting it to be so cold. But it was great because we got to see friends.
We did get to see friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to see the landscape.
We got to see the landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we picked all our things and we could see our vision for our big party.
We're hosting a party.
We're hosting a party.
And so we went down to South Carolina to meet with some vendors. Yeah. What a nice time. And Mother came as well.
Oh, yes. Sandy came and she's great. She was very excited.
She was great. She was very excited. She was having a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we tasted a few things while we were down there, too.
The food was delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing to taste?
Ooh, I really like those steak tacos.
Steak tacos.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
The pork loin from Thoroughfare.
Yeah.
Aces.
Very good.
Whoa, it melted in my mouth.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good time we had in South Carolina.
We had drinks, too.
We had drinks?
Yeah.
What did we have to drink?
Well, we had a honey basil soda.
Oh, that's right. We had a honey basil soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lavender lemonade.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all very good. What was your favorite soda?
I think the lavender lemonade was my favorite.
Why is that?
Because of the lavender.
Lavender.
Yeah, it's very calming, very relaxing.
Very calming. Yeah, it was delicious.
It was delicious.
What a good time we had.
We had such a good time.
Yeah. We met bakers, too.
Oh, we got cakes. Everyone's so talented.
Very talented.
It's very hard to choose things, but as you're producing a party, you have to make some hard decisions. And we did. We had to make some hard decisions.
It's a real hard decision, especially deciding between all those cakes. We got that sheet of like 20 cakes on it.
Yeah.
How do you even start to decide?
I know. And I had ideas. And then going in, I was like, oh, well, we could do so many different things now that I have all these different options.
Yeah.
Funfetti. I love a funfetti cake.
Yeah. I don't know if that's right for our party.
That's what I'm saying.
No. How do we choose the cakes? Because I went in and what did I say? I said, we don't need to taste cakes.
Yeah, you were like, I don't need to taste any food at all because, I know it's going to be good. And I was like, absolutely not.
I was like, you don't need to eat because, like, what matters is if a lot of people enjoy this food.
Yeah.
And reviews do that.
Right.
And if I read a review and it's a lot of people saying we really like this food, then I'm like, okay, then everyone's going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I like it or not. It matters if it's good for the party.
No.
Yeah. So when it came to the cakes, I was like, I know I want red velvet cake. I don't care to taste it. I want it for the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too, but we have to taste it.
Oh, we have to taste it.
Yeah, we have to taste it because we need to be able to confidently say, this is delicious.
With confidence.
With
We can say,
confidence.
this is delicious.
Yes.
I know it is delicious.
Yes.
Arr, 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 arr.
Arr, 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 arr. Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah.
And then if people don't like it, we can say, you have bad taste.
You have bad taste.
You have bad taste.
Yeah, you have bad. I'm sorry that
I'm
your
sorry.
palate is not as refined as my palate.
Ours, but you have bad taste.
What kind of flavor profile do you normally look for when it comes to a cake?
I look for. I don't think this is a flavor profile. It's a texture.
Moist? Moist? That's the word that you're avoiding saying because you have to justify saying it. Moistness.
Yeah, moistness.
Yeah. You want a good moistness.
Yeah, I
to
almost
it.
want it not cooked. You know what I
Not
mean?
cooked.
Like I don't.
Just do a bowl of dough. Just put out the bowl of dough.
Yeah.
Go nuts, guys.
I mean, I'm a big proponent of eating that batter. I love the batter. I love cookie batter. I love cake batter. I even like pancake batter. Dangerous because of the egg, but who's eating eggs anymore?
Now, I remember when we were tasting cakes.
Yeah.
You and Sandy, you kept like comparing the sweet levels of the cakes to each other.
It's not too sweet.
Right, that's very important to me. When it comes to a post tray, when it comes to a dessert, you know, I want to make sure I don't have sweetness in that dessert.
What's silly about that is that you put a cup of sugar and you put use a whole stick of butter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you put all
It's all
sugar.
All the bad stuff you're not supposed to eat combined together makes cake.
Makes cake.
Right. And then you're like, oh, good. This cake isn't too sweet.
It's not too sweet.
It's all the bad ingredients in the cupboard and fridge mixed together, but it's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet. Yeah. Yeah. That I feel like is the baker's dilemma. Is there a way of saying that? Because
I think that's when you have 13 problems.
No, what are you talking about?
The baker's dilemma.
Are you making that up? I made it up.
No, it's a unit of measure.
No, it's not. No, I just made this up. The baker's dilemma is not too sweet. It can't be too sweet. How do you when all of your ingredients are sugar-based things and they're all measured out? I mean, the pie that I make is like a cup of sugar. It's a cup of brown sugar.
Let me help. When I'm looking for something that's not too sweet, I don't start with cake.
Right.
If I'm looking for something that's not too sweet, we might be talking about maybe I'll have yogurt. But your measurement of not too sweet starts with cake and then hopefully goes up from there.
You know, that's really funny. I think every time I've had dessert, I do think, oh, is it too sweet? Or is it not too sweet?
Yeah.
That's the baker's dilemma.
Because we
Sweet or
live
not
in
too
the
sweet?
land of the free.
Supposedly.
Right? And so the corporations are free to put sugar in everything.
Yeah.
And so they do.
Oh, they do.
So every grocery item has tons of sugar in it already. But nobody's buying Wonder Bread being like, ooh, is it too sweet though? But there's sugar
right.
in that.
There's a lot of sugar in that. Okay, I want to take you through my progression of sweetness.
Oh, your progression of
Yes.
sweetness. This is
Yes.
the scale?
This is the scale.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I wasn't really a pie person. I was
Not
like
a pie person.
Too many things.
Right.
Right? No pies.
No pie.
No pies. Anyway, so buttercream was the standard icing that was on the cake.
Uh-huh.
And now that was delicious.
Okay.
Now, when I was in high school, something shifted with the cakes. They
Okay.
started making this like fluff icing.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I saw your face. You were like, yeah, no.
Okay.
It wasn't sweet at all.
It's not sweet.
That icing wasn't sweet at all.
I beg to differ.
No, it wasn't
I
sweet.
think it was not too sweet.
It wasn't sweet. There was no sweetness. It was just air. I was eating whipped cream air. And I didn't like that at all because you need some sweetness with the cake.
So you do
Because
need some sweetness.
you have to have the sweetness with the cake.
Okay.
But you can't eliminate all of the sweetness out of the icing because then why are you eating cake in the first place? The cake is for the icing.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you're showing up for is the icing. So then, now we've switched back.
We're back.
Now we're back.
Buttercream!
Yeah, but the difference is now the buttercream icing is too sweet.
Oh, it's too sweet now.
It's too sweet.
Is it too sweet, or were you becoming a not too sweet, refined palate aficionado? Oh, no. No!
That's probably what happened. Anyway, where the debate of not too sweet comes in is I can't feel as if I have to go to the dentist after I eat the cake.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like if I eat a piece of cake and the icing is so sweet, it zings up my nostrils.
Oh, there's a zing.
And comes back down into my mouth.
Lightning sugar.
And I'm like, this is too sweet.
Oh, too sweet.
And then it as if it festers in my gums.
Oh, the sugar's going right to your gums.
Right goes into my
right
head.
up in the gums. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's the difference.
So there's a balance.
Oh, there's
We
a
can't
balance.
have too sweet with the buttercream. It has to have more butter in there than sugar.
Oh, we need more butter.
We need more
We need
butter.
that cholesterol to counteract the
It can't be
sugar.
too sweet.
Right.
It can't be too sweet.
Right.
Yeah. Now that was very funny when Deirdre and I were tasting. You must have had a field day with this.
Oh, yeah, I was having
Oh,
a great time. I
so-
was sitting there, you guys were like, oh, this one's a little sweet. I was like, all right,
and-
what Goldilocks situation do we have here?
But there's different
I
types
was like,
of
all these
sweetness.
cakes have the same amount of sugar. I don't know what's happening right now.
But they're different types of sweetness. So a caramel sweetness is a different sweetness.
I don't like caramel.
What?
I don't like caramel.
How can you say that? What are you talking about? You don't like caramel?
No, it's the worst.
No, what are you saying?
Caramel, it's the worst dessert.
No.
Worst flavor of dessert.
No.
Like caramel and toffee, both are like, just take them out of the lexicon. Just get rid of them.
No.
Are you telling me you like caramel?
You leave caramel alone.
Leave it alone.
Caramel's delicious.
What is your, all right, so when I run into this most, it's like cocktails.
Oh,
like,
cocktail.
People go to a new restaurant, they look over the cocktail list.
Yeah.
And they're looking at the cocktails.
Yeah.
And they're trying to pick a cocktail.
Yeah.
And they say to the server,
They say, I'd like a margarita, but not too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what's a margarita that's not too sweet?
If they got tequila and lime juice
Yeah.
and nothing to blend those two things together, you need the compound of a little bit of the sweetness.
so you
but
need sugar.
You need a little sugar.
You need sugar.
You need sugar. You know
Okay.
why we need sugar? It's because sugar's in everything. They're conditioning us to have sugar. It's
We
not our
need
fault.
it.
It's not our fault.
It's raining sugar.
It's raining sugar. We're all addicted to sugar. It's not our fault.
I need sugar. There's sugar in this microphone.
Yeah, that's the thing. The illusion of not too sweet is what people want.
You know what I like? I like when somebody's looking for something non-alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
Like I want a cocktail, but a mocktail,
Right.
like non-alcoholic,
Right.
but also
Not too sweet. Yeah.
So then
Well,
you're like, well, I can put some club soda in some orange juice. Like
Right.
your options are juice or soda
Yeah.
here. So it's like if somebody says they want a mocktail, it's not too sweet. I would
Yeah.
ask them, do you take your water sparkling or still?
Yeah. What?
Well, water's non-alcoholic naturally.
Oh, hilarious.
And
That was a joke. Oh,
there's-
ha ha ha.
there's a very small amount of sugar.
Sorry, I was half listening and then realized that you made a joke. And then I had
Thank
to
you.
laugh.
Yeah, that's kind of
welcome.
exactly what our listeners' journey is. So when you're eating cake, when you're shoveling cake in your mouth and you keep repeating the words not too sweet, what is happening in your mind?
Well, I'm listening to my body. Yes.
Are you listening to your body, or are you listening to your voice and trying to make that voice louder than your body? I mean, I know
No.
you don't want the sugar
Yeah,
attack
that's what
on
I'm
your
saying.
roots. Yeah.
That's what my body is saying is when I taste it, I don't have to go to the dentist right after. You know, like,
So like when I put a spoonful of granulated sugar in my mouth and I'm just chomping away on that, and I'm like, you know what, I should probably see a dentist soon. That's a signal that that's too sweet.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See, you can hear the crunching. That's how you know it's working.
Now, we veered away from this topic, but there is a wide margin here of sweet to not too sweet.
Let's get back to the scale.
Yeah.
Okay. So not sweet starts at whipped unsweet cake frosting.
Disgusting.
Okay, so that's the low end of sweet.
Over there.
Okay, great. It's not like, say, a banana or something. It starts at cake frosting and goes up from there. Okay.
Well, when the cake is a little sweet, it tastes good.
It's going to be a little sweet. You're laughing because you're hearing yourself. This is my reaction every time I hear somebody say not too sweet.
I wish we recorded that whole interaction then of me and Deirdre digging in to Rumi's cakes and then be like, oh, that's not too sweet.
Yeah, this one's not too sweet.
Oh, well, that's not too sweet.
Your maw is dripping with this syrupy calories.
Again, this one's not too sweet as I'm scooping caramel cake in my mouth. With it just like drooping down in this little cup and be like, well, this is not too sweet.
Yeah, you got like blueberry icing dripping down one side of your cheek.
Now,
this is great. This is just like how alcoholics get together and like sip different wines to pretend like, oh yeah, no, this one's distinctly got a earthiness
Look,
to it.
Pinot Noir from Oregon is earthy. Okay, it's earthy. There's funk. There's mushrooms.
Just scooping all this sugar out of a bowl and be like,
oh my gosh,
she was nice. This was not too sweet.
Now, the one cake that was a little too sweet was the salted caramel one.
Oh, yeah, the worst cake was the caramel. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I like caramel, though.
I think it'd be funny if salted caramel was like the same thing as normal caramel, but instead of sugar, they just replaced it with an equal amount of salt.
Oh, no, No, what makes salted caramel so good is the salt, but you can't have too much of it.
Can't have too much salt. I don't want it too savory.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not too savory, is it?
It's like it takes one of the salted brownies from Trader Joe's. Not too sweet.
Not too sweet, not too savory.
They are beautifully balanced. Danger zone.
Beautifully, but yeah, I just picture you like a trough of brownie goes straight in your mouth. Yeah. You're like, what's great? It's perfectly balanced.
Now you're eating 5 for sure. Definitely, it's perfectly balanced. I don't know what the problem is here. It's so good though. It's so good. So good. But my question to you is, what is life without a little sweetness?
I mean, it depends on your definition of sweet. Like sometimes just like meeting a friend for coffee is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
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 And then you add a little sugar.
Also, a journey I had to take was taking the sugar out of my coffee.
Oh, you've been on this journey.
I've been on the journey for a while, and we've gone off the path a few times.
Okay.
But now we're getting back on
detour.
the path.
Stopped at Starbucks where they add a little coffee into your sugar.
I used to go for those Starbucks drinks all the time.
Oh my gosh, the Frappa-Kappa.
Peppermint. The peppermint one.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them, they're so delicious, but they're so full of sugar. You know what I mean? Taking the sugar out of your coffee and just putting cream or putting in like an oat milk, like you have cut down so many calories that you didn't even know that you were intaking because it's liquid.
Yeah.
You know?
And you always get the sugar-free oat milk too.
You're so rude. You're so rude. You know what you're doing. But you're right. When you make the oat milk from scratch, as delicious as it is, you do have to add a little
I add a lot. Yeah.
sugar for me.
Because I started making it with like a little less sugar. And you're like, I don't like this one as much as the store-bought one.
Yes. You're not sweet at all.
Huh?
How does it feel?
Well, that's why you chose.
So sweet.
That's why you chose me as your podcast partner.
We're the yin and
you wanted something not too sweet.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Mat Labatka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. You leave caramel alone!
We did it. We've conquered another one of life's little annoyances. But the truth is, what I really hate is commercials. And I'll wager you do too. And that's why Grumble Goat is proudly commercial-free. But to keep it that way, it takes the support of fellow grumblers like you. If you hate commercials, head on over to our Patreon page and see if becoming a Grumble Kid is right for you. And as always, don't forget to Grumble Goat responsibly and share with a friend.
Grumble, 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 grumble. Pa, 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 pa.